right, so we want to try something new this year, but we're a little bit nervous. Like, check yourself out right now. If you don't have a good sense of humor, just check out right now. Okay? Some of you might be offended by this. Just hang with us for a couple of minutes, and let's just hash it out.
We're brainstorming live on air.
I'm going to let Kristen explain it because the darkness came from her, which has been happening this week.
Yeah. All right. So behind the scenes, the Bert Show, we do brainstorming sessions where we try to come up with new ideas, new content, new segments, new promotions, new contests, you name it. So, we can entertain you. And
did you use finger quotes? Because you should have.
Well, yeah. Did you hear my inflection when I said entertain? I'm going to use that word very loosely. All right.
It was in italics.
So we can attempt to entertain you. And so we're looking at the calendar, and we have some, very relevant topical things that happen in pop culture, and March Madness is one of them. So we were talking about proms, we were talking about Easter, we're talking about spring break, and we're talking about March Madness. And we're trying to come up with something creative to do in conjunction with March Madness, and something the Bert Show has done for years and years and years. Before I was even a member of the Bert Show 13 years ago was a bracket. Our own Bert Show bracketed contest, and it was babies.
Even we've messed with it before, and we did, I think, hot husbands one year, hot trainers one year, hot accents one year, also just to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, we've done. I think we did pets. I'm pretty sure we did pets one year, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. And so, we were talking about it. All right, we did this last year. Duncan actually was a sponsor. So our baby madness was Munchkin Madness. And the winner actually got a cash prize from Duncan at the end of it. And you vote for the cutest baby.
Everybody's waiting right now. Okay, all right. What do you got for us? What are you doing this year?
Well, been there, done that. Bought the T-shirt. So in order to get a little more street talk, I was like, cute babies are so yesterday. What if we did an ugly baby madness? And the parents would have to submit the photo of their child. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, I was an ugly baby. I will own it, right? And so
somebody knocked the dents out, though. You look pretty good now.
Thank you. It took a while. I was a late bloomer for sure, but we got there to an extent. So should we or should we not execute ugly baby madness?
All right, we're going to put this one in your hands here. So from my standpoint here, look, I've been doing this show now for 23 years. 23 years. So sometimes it can get a little bit repetitive for me as well.
A
little stale. When we do the same things over and over and over again. So
yeah, spice it up.
Spice it up. Put new paint on an old house sometimes, right? So ugly baby madness. I would be actually the first one to submit a picture of my child, because I have said before, although I love him a lot, Hayden was ugly. Bless his little heart, came out with his little cone head. And he was all reddish. And, he was a preemie also, so we were lucky just to have him. But I mean, aesthetically, no bueno.
And typically, that's those would be the best pictures to submit as soon as they're out the hoo-ha or out the C-section, because them babies be looking rough.
And I know some of you guys are already saying, and some of you that are more politically correct are already saying, no baby is ugly. No baby, they're all beautiful. That is just not true.
There's some ugly babies out there.
And those of you that are saying that know that too, that you have seen a baby before and your first thought is like, ugh. But then it's like, oh, no, all babies are a miracle, which is true. They are. It's just some aren't as blessed aesthetically as others initially.
And I do think we would need to change the rules around a little bit, Cass. I think, normally, I don't know what the age range is, but I think we would have to do 3 months old or less. because I think by the 3-month mark, now you're just bullying. But under 3 months, by 3 months, they tend to round out a little bit. The cone, like the head's more like better shaped. You don't have like those weird crinkles in your face and those indentations from where you were in the womb. Like, I feel like you're more of a fresh baby at 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the transition month was for my kid when he stopped looking like an alien. But I don't know if it was 3 months or it was a little bit later than that.
And to clarify, your kid doesn't currently have to be three months old or less. You just have to submit a picture of your baby from the 3-month-old or younger. And I think you should open it up. Like, if you have a picture of yourself from when you were born, I feel like I want to open this up for anybody. If you want to submit yourself at 3 months old for the Ugly Baby Madness, then by all means do it.
Okay, so maybe we just fixed our concern, because I feel like our thing is going to be parents. If we're asking for parents to submit their kids.
Oh, there'll be parents that submit.
Really? I feel like they're going to be too biased.
So Mo's got a good point, and I thought about this last night while I was in the shower, where I do my thinking.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, yeah?
Some of my best ideas have come out of the shower.
Everybody leaves me alone in there. It's great, right? I think this is going to take a cash prize this year.
Okay.
Okay, a hefty one. I was thinking $1,000 for whoever has the ugliest baby.
All right.
Because if you're the parent and you have to go ahead and submit your own kid. And by the way, here's another thing I thought of the other day. You're not allowed to submit somebody else's baby.
No, absolutely not.
That is mean.
That is mean.
Okay, and we're trying to stay away from mean, but if you are a parent and you've looked at your kid and you have been able to laugh at it when it was first born and say this was an ugly looking baby, you send that. Nobody else, no cousins, no aunts, no, has to be you, mom or dad. And if I were you, I would both talk about it before you send it in also. Right? And then the ugliest baby would get $1,000.
I like that.
Oh, do you want to try to find a sponsor? That way it doesn't have to come out of our budget.
What's Duncan doing? They did it last year.
I don't know if this is Duncan's jam. They're big with the Dunk Kings. I think they got Ben Affleck and Tom Brady and Matt Damon to worry about these days.
I just signed on with Crumble. Atlanta United, no.
But
that's not gonna
listen,
work.
the main reason we want to do this is because Tommy came up with the perfect name when we get down to our final four babies.
The Fugly Four. All right, so let's put a poll up online. Where do you want to put this, Cass? Social and the website?
TheBertShow.com.
BertShow.com. You guys vote if you're not going to be completely and totally turned off by such an edgy contest. Then go to TheBertShow.com. Vote today. We'll take a look at it tomorrow, and then we will do what we want.
The So 16.
Maybe, okay.
There's so many options.
I like where you're going with it.
A lot of parents' babies got uglier the moment they heard their $1,000.
Right. All right, so you go to TheBertShow.com, vote today if we should do this, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow.
We're not doing it. I'm just embracing it.
The Bert Show.